The kingdom of God and following Jesus is not about climbing higher. It's about kneeling lower. See, this verse is looking backward at what Jesus has done and looking forward to what Jesus will do. And watch this verse. It says, having loved his own, Jesus loved them so much, he loved them to the end. The gospel writer here is making it emphatic. Jesus loved his own, loved them to the end, meaning that his love was complete, it was final, it was to the uttermost, even unto death. I've often thought about this, the kind of trust we must have in God, in his plans, the kind of trust that God, Jesus, wants you and me to have in him for our life. How do we learn to trust God? I begin to think, I'm like, what does trusting God look like if he loved me to the end, even to the point of the cross? About a year ago, my wife and I were invited by our friends to this kid's birthday party. It was at a clubhouse and next to our home. Fun party. Everybody's having a great time. Tons of kids there. And there is the tables where all the adults are hanging out, having dinner. And we noticed that all of the kids found right next to this adult table, there was this room, there was an arcade. There was an arcade with a whole bunch of arcade games. And at one point, I was like, let's go see and supervise, make sure the kids are, getting all their points in Mortal Kombat the correct way. Nobody played Mortal Kombat. Okay, never mind. And so I go in there, and all these kids are like playing these games, and then they realize like an adult came in the room. And for kids, adult equals ATM, right? For kids, adult equals, okay, money came in the room. This is our lifeline to continue playing video games. And so these kids, no joke, they swarm me. And they're like, Uncle Bogdan, Pastor Bogdan. Some people didn't even know my name. That's fine. And they're like, can you please prolong our fun and excitement by paying for our arcade games? Now, the good thing about living in affluent suburban Orange County is that the arcade games are not powered by coins, but by Apple Pay. So which means that for parents and for adults, there is no excuse for you not to pay them, to pay for the kids. You can't just say, I don't have any coins, I don't have any dollar bills. Kids are gonna be like, that's fine, you have an Apple Watch, right? You have an iPhone, so go ahead and link up your debit card and pay for me. So I go over there and I'm like, no problem, I'll be the cool guy.